Hey guys, back again for another video. I was just showing you this Soleil tan by Chanel. I've had it for a while and I never thought of using it, but I've been starting to put it underneath my foundation. So I just do a light coat with this happens to be a Chanel brush. And then I put my airbrush. So I carefully dab like that because it'll pour out. And I just put a thin coat. And if you notice, it'll add like a bit of a sheen. I've already gone in and done eyebrows and concealer. And just adds a sheen. Now, if your skin is problemed, it will accentuate it. So I'm putting it underneath the foundation. Hey guys, back. So I'm using a new foundation. I am going to be doing airbrush, but I'm using a 137. It says bronze, and it's a soft glow. It has a pinker tone to it than what I normally use, so I have to be careful in spraying it that it doesn't make me look too pink and different from my neck, so I'll blend in. But I'm using it because it's got a warm color underneath it, and my base is more yellow. I'm also using the Natural Beige 1117 as my highlight, and that's a soft glow as well, and that's airbrush makeup. Okay, and then, so hopefully my gun works today. I tested ahead of time, but lately it's been clogging, and that's the reality of airbrush makeup. So I still love it, like I've mentioned before, but you've got to keep your guns clean, and it is what it is. Okay. So I'm just going to do soft circles, and as I had mentioned, I did the Chanel tan underneath. It's not really a tan, it's just a shimmer, and so it gives you this really subtle shimmer underneath your makeup, and it works well with the airbrush, but it'll work with any foundation you use, so you can do this technique with any foundation, and it's kind of on trend right now. People are using a highlight underneath, and you can get them in yellow or a rose tone. This one has a yellow tone because it's more of a sun-kissed look. So it plays well contrasting with the pink foundation, and that's one reason why I'm using it. A couple more drops, and you can see it shimmering, especially on my forehead. Now you can apply it just to your cheeks and highlight areas, but I put it all over because I like that kind of hidden shimmer and it just pops through in different parts. Okay. So definitely a different color foundation. I can notice it. You may not notice it on camera, but it's definitely got more of a pink tone. And that's the beauty about makeup. You can play with it. You don't have to use yellow just because your skin is a yellow tone. You can do yellow, pink, play with it, warm your skin up, cool it down. And I encourage you to do that because sometimes you want a pink glow because it warms up the skin. Sometimes you want a yellow glow depending on what eye makeup you might be doing. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and do the highlight, and this is my 117. I would say this has a pink base to it as well, so definitely a pinky look today, lots of pinky browns. I'm just going to clean my tip of my gun. It got clogged, and it happens. A lot of people don't show you that when they do airbrush, but it happens, and so I use a pointed Q-tip, pull back the needle of the lever, or the lever with the needle, and then just kind of clean out the inside. Okay, so once again, I just pull back, use a pointed Q-tip, that way the needle doesn't get damaged. It cleans out your tip, and it does happen. A lot of people don't tell you that who do airbrush or talk about it. I don't know why, but anyway, so that was the Soft Glow foundations, and I love these. I got them in really big bottles, and if you're interested in what company, there's different companies. I don't promote one company for various reasons that you'll see in my other videos, but that you'll see me do certain companies that I value and that have great ethics and customer service. Tickled Pink's one of them. I like them. Okay, so I'm just cleaning out my brushes. I keep a little bottle of alcohol and a spray, and if I use brushes, I clean them right away. One of the reasons why I do use airbrush makeup is because my skin was breaking out so bad and clogging. So I make sure I clean my brushes really well when I do a foundation or a highlight or even an eyeshadow. Okay, so everything's nice and clean. I'm going to clean out this gun while I got you here. And someone was nice enough to get on and comment that they liked the talking videos. And I know it's on trend right now to do a lot of fast, quick tutorials on TikTok and Instagram. So I'm going to be different and do talking videos, and they're a lot longer. But I'm showing you technique, and I'm also showing you the pros and cons of the makeup, hair products, and just the other things that I do. So I hope you like it. If you do, please comment, share, like. I appreciate and I value all your support. It's been really great to hear what people say about the videos, and it's just kind of kept me going. So I'm just going to adjust my screen because we got a little gap there. There we go. We're getting a little closer. As you can see, slight highlight with the Chanel. You can see it glistening underneath the foundation. Soft glow, pink tone base, 137 and a 117 through the center. And if you want to find out what companies, or if you need help picking foundations from companies in Airbrush, you can ask me. I can give you my advice. It's free of charge. I know what it's like to pick foundations online and then they just don't work and you're stuck with it, and the companies don't really care. They're just making a sale for a lot of them. So I'm being honest and transparent just with my own experiences with some of the companies. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Okay, and I'm also going to be using the Chanel Compact. I don't know if they sell these colors anymore, but a lot of pinky browns today. And you can do this with any eyeshadow. I just happen to have a Chanel palette, and since I use the Chanel Shimmer, I thought, why not? I've already gone in and done my eyebrows. I used the Micro Pen by L'Oreal. I love this. It's got a nice look to it. You do have to be careful when you stroke. I have a video on that I can tag on the end. And then I also use this NYX, just kind of a pencil stick. And I like mixing both together. I find the looks really good. I don't like using just one because I find both a little too harsh. So this kind of fills in the gaps where this doesn't, and vice versa. So this has the nice fine lines and the structure. So we did that already. So I'm going to go in with my little fluff brush. I'm going to do just this light pinky color. I'm going to go in the crease with it. I've already done foundation on top of my lid. I'm going to keep it as natural as possible. Not a heavy look today because I'm at home working and I'm trying to do a lot of looks that people can do themselves, just based off of color and technique, as well as, I mean, we're all in quarantine right now, so it's like, you know, I don't really need to do a full glamour look, but famous last words, I say that and then I start going crazy and I'm adding stuff. So you can see I'm adding a nice soft pink all through the crease, and I'm just gonna go in there. I like to add shadows underneath. I find for my eye shape and my look it looks really good, and I find it just finishes the look. I don't like the gaps on the side. And that being said, I think I might add in, I have this Chanel blush. Don't know if they make this anymore, but it's a beautiful light pink and hot pink, and I'm just going to mix it. A little brush fell out. And I'm using one of these tipped brushes. The numbers have faded because I've used them so much, but it's a MAC brush. If you get a tip like this, it's great for underneath the eye. And I'm just doing like a hot pink, and I'm mixing it with a light pink. And it's a blush, but you know, you can use this as eyeshadow. No, there's no rules to makeup. I mean, it's the same stuff they're using to make eyeshadow. So don't feel limited, or if you want a double dual, or if it's, you know, you see something you really like and you want to use it as a shadow, go for it. And so while we're here, I will just mix this and do a nice rosy cheek. Keep it nice and bright and poppy. And you can see the shimmer coming through on the highlight of my cheek. And that's what I love about that Chanel Soliel. It's also a great product to put on your face. And I've had this bottle forever, and I don't know why I never used it. I just, you know, you forget. And I pulled it out, and I'm like, I'm going to use it underneath, because I was looking at buying stuff in the drugstore and on the makeup counters, and I'm like, I have this stuff. It's the same type of product packaged differently. And they did this years ago, and people didn't get it. So now it's like on trend, and it's in the drugstores. But this is a better quality product, and so where I can buy higher end products, I do it, and where I can buy, like for example, you know, lower end products that work, I do it. So I mix and I match, and I do what works for me. And I inspire and I hope to encourage people to do the same, so they don't feel like they've got to buy one brand and one look. I feel that's so boring. And everything I do is about collaging and kind of finding the best of both worlds, but most importantly, finding what works for you. So once again, this is the Soliel Tan by Chanel. I wouldn't say it really gives you a tan. I'd say it gives you a shimmer, and it's very golden, and I like that. It's contrasting with my pink tone base that I'm using today. But back to the shadows. So I'm taking my fluff brush, and I'm going to go in with just that medium brown. I don't feel like it gets used enough. And I'm going to go just in the corners, just a little on the lid. Just add some depth, you can see it. And this brush will give you a very soft, and this I'm going more into the crease. But I don't want to go too dark. You could stop right here and just have this as a day look or an easy office look if you don't want to go too heavy. I mean, Instagram is great and so is YouTube, but not everybody wears heavy makeup or wants to. So for a to-go look, I would do something like this. Maybe do a little mascara or even add a fake lash depending on how I feel. So we've got some beautiful pinks and browns in here. So now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. And I'm just going to take this darker brown and I'm just going to go right on the edges, almost making a triangle, just in the corners and down below a little bit. I just want a little definition. But I don't want to be dark all underneath, and I don't want to cover the other brown. I want layers. I like shadowing, ombre effects, layering. You're playing with light and dark. There you go. And you can see how that just kind of brought the eye out. It's very natural looking. And if you wanted to make this a nighttime look or you wanted a higher glam look, you just go darker. You know, I would take brighter, darker. But I think for day, for at home, this is perfect. So I'm happy with that. That is the Chanel, oh gosh, I need my glasses. Anyway, you can use these colors. Find any line that does these kind of pinky browns. It's the same idea. It's basically taking light and dark and mixing them. And that's what you're doing over and over again with a lot of the shadows. You're using different tones, light, dark, medium, highlights. All right, so I'm gonna put that away because I like to put all my stuff away nice and neat. And of course it doesn't want to cooperate. All right, and these Chanel palettes come in these little baggies. That's what I'm putting it in, and I'm putting it in this gorgeous Chanel case. And I have this as an extra case that holds all my powdered kind of products that aren't airbrush. And yeah, I got that years ago. Okay. So I got that on. Now I'm gonna add, I've got my eyelashes out. I'm gonna be doing this lash. I'm gonna do a thin line on top. I'm gonna do a liquid liner, so I'm adding a little edge to this look. You could go just like this, pop on a lash, or even do a little mascara. But I'm gonna take it one notch higher. I'm gonna do a liquid liner, L'Oreal liquid. I'm gonna do I'm just gonna stroke it. I'm not too worried about where it's going because the lash will cover it, and I'm going to go back over. I'm not doing a huge cat eye today. And I'm just careful on the ends because that's where it starts to wrinkle, and then it turns into a bigger cat eye. And I got a small mirror here I'm just going to use. Okay, and I just sometimes just tap instead of trying to draw a line, and that just tap along, and that'll be easier than trying to draw a perfect line. And today's look is not high glam, it's just like an everyday home look. Every day for me. All right, maybe for you. I'm just gonna put a little glue on the ends. Yes, I use the end of my brushes to put my glue on. All right, and these are a lash by Kiss. They're a little bit longer in the front. They have a thicker lash brand, so it's a little trickier to put on. I have to be a little more careful because the end corner towards the eye, or the inner corner of the eye, will kick up and sometimes create a bigger lump that I'll have to go over. That's a bit high right now, so I'm going to give it, because it's a thicker lash line, I'm going to give it a minute to adhere, and then I'll adjust it, otherwise it's going to turn into a mess. Let's get the other one on. I like to get them on, and it takes about 60 seconds for the duo glue to get tacky, so it gives me time to adjust them if I want to. Are they backwards? I They better not be. Let me take these off. This one's a tough one because the lash is about the same on either end, but I think they're backwards. Okay, let me put this on again. It happens. Especially with lashes that don't have a defined beginning or end. Okay. And as you can see, it's very easy to take them off. So just do it. Alright, the glue looks white, but it's going to dry tacky. Most of you know that. Okay, I'm just going to leave those, let them adhere, and then I'm going to adjust them. And I will be going in with my Maybelline. It has a nice little tiny brush, so you can get into the corners. And I just basically coat my bottom lashes, adhere them to the top, and just get rid of that powder underneath. Once again, we're just cleaning up our brushes as we go. Alright, and then just give those a little press in wherever I feel there might be a gap. Good. I can feel them a little bit. I just want to open up the eye. There we go. I push them down a little bit. I'm not afraid. Adjust them, otherwise they're too high and the real lash doesn't blend in. There we go. And then for fun, I think I'm going to do a different color on bottom in honor of my bright blue top today. I'm going to do some L'Oreal Electric Blue mascara. This is a primer. I recommend using it. I found the L'Oreal mascaras, I hadn't used them forever, but I started finding it was flaking and I was having a hard time cleaning it at night. And I think the primers help condition your lash, but also just brighten the color and then prevent that flaking. And there's nothing worse than that flaking when you're got stuff in your eyes and eyelashes and you keep touching your eyes, and right now we don't want to be touching our faces. So just keeping everything nice and clean. And this is just doing a light white. I don't worry about coating it heavy. I mean, it's going to pick up the color even without it. It's just a little extra step that I've started doing. I've been really taking care of my lashes, conditioning them. And I don't believe strip lashes wreck your real lashes. It's how you apply them and if you wash the makeup off. But I am using a little lash conditioner on my eyebrows and my lashes to just help with growth and moisturizing. And I think it's just those little extra steps that help take care of your skin and face. And I got it from Tickled Pink. I forgot the name of it. I'll put it down below. I've stopped listing products. If you want to know, just ask me. I usually tell you them in the video, if it's a talking video. So, and I list anything I can find that I use on my Amazon store, so it's easy to find and buy. And I get a small kickback, but really not much, and I haven't really made anything. I just basically do it for convenience sake so that you don't have to go searching the internet, because that's one thing I hate. Okay, so we'll go back over the liner. As you can see, you can see the electric blue popping against that pink, and it gives that a kind of a heightened look. So you can see how it's all crooked. So I'm going to gently pull. I'm going to tap over my lash to cover some of that kind of old looking look. And then I've just smoothed out the lash by pulling the eyelid a little bit, very gently. But there's no other way getting out of those creases. Now I can take my airbrush and do my airbrush look, but today I'm not going to do that. I feel this is a nice simple look and it's got a nice poppy look to it. I am going to go in with my Prep and Prime by MAC. I find this is one of the best prep and primes, and it's a whitish powder, so any skin tone should be able to use it, but let's be honest, it shows up. Now I do want it to be lighter underneath my eyes to clean it up and make it pop on camera. And I feel I've been doing this lately because it's just been finishing the look. I use a fluffier, larger brush so you can see the white. Don't worry, it blends in. But they say it's not whitish, but it is. But it's a nice blend-in whitish. It's not like a talc powder whitish. So you can almost do a light baking, if you want to call it that. And I like to smooth underneath the eyes. I'll go up a little. I'll even go in here. And it kills your shine, but you still have that really pretty kind of highlight underneath with the Chanel. I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to brush out what I have. It just sets the eyes, it just sets underneath. I tap the rest back in. And just clean that brush. All right. So that stuff I love, and you can see it whitened it, but it brightened it. It gives you a bit of a mattifying look. So use it with your own kind of discretion, like how much you want to use. I'm finding I love it for camera and just a smoothing out, but I just use it underneath my eye. So you could go in darker, but I like this kind of brownies, soft pinks, and I've used pink and brown and hot pink. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. It's my stay-at-home look during quarantine. And just think, 2 weeks ago I was doing these 4 a.m. get ready with me, and now I'm doing these kind of later in the mornings, sometimes afternoons. Yesterday it took me ever to charge my camera. So I wasn't able to get the video out for Thursday. My goal is to get you videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. It's pretty ambitious, but it's helping keep me motivated. And I hope it's motivating you to do makeup or even just entertain and have fun. So glamour's for everyone, and it's to help you sparkle inside and out and maybe inspire you to get dressed during this time of being at home a lot. You don't have to have somewhere to go. Sometimes it's just fun to put a little makeup and a lip on for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed that. And today I will be working on my jewelry. I just launched a jewelry site, Jeweled Bunny, at Jeweled Bunny on Instagram, and the website is myjewelrybag.com. If you know me, you know that I did jewelry years ago, stopped, the photography took off, and then now I'm combining both because of the current situation. My photography is pretty much not happening, and you know what, I'm not really going to shoot anybody during this time, so I canceled all my ads and everything, and just revamping and reorganizing how I want to run my business. So I'm lucky that I do have tons of jewelry inventory, and so I thought, why not put it up? And it's fun, and it's still getting you to sparkle inside and out. And it's at Jeweled Bunny on Instagram. I'll put the link below, and myjewelrybag.com. I've got a great sale happening, 25% off with code HELLO again. And as for the makeup look today, I will list, no, I'm not going to list the products down below because I don't know if you're even looking. Anyway, everything's on the Amazon store. If there's anything you want to know about, just ask and I will send you the info. And once again, we played with pinks, browns, this gorgeous Chanel kind of shimmer, which I'm pushing because I love it and I think it goes underneath. And like I said, I've had this for years. It kind of smells funny, but I'm still using it and my skin's not reacting. And that's because it's great quality product. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. And please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It's really helping me out right now. And I hope you guys are doing good. Bye!